And now let's return to the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. The sun shines on the stadium, a colorful touch to the gorgeous setting. See the crowd of more than 70,000 in the huge double-deck stadium, anxiously awaiting the start of the 14th annual Classic. Fans have gathered from all sections of the nation to see the Longhorns of Texas against the Crimson Tide of Alabama. The Alabama and Texas bands are in a clock formation in which the pendulum swings as the hour hand signals the change from 1947 to 1948. Guests of the Sugar Bowlers are these World War veterans and their Red Cross attendants. Beautiful poinsettias on the field as the Crimson Tide fans cheer. And hurries to the west side of the stadium. Here are the Longhorns. They go to the east side as their Texas rooters set up a cheer. Co-captains Baumgartner and Jones of Texas and Captain Wozniak meet with officials for the toss. Wozniak wins the toss. Alabama elects to defend the north goal and kicks off. There's the whistle. Wozniak kicks off. The ball goes to Baumgartner, who returns to the Texas 23. First and 10 on the Texas 23. Pyle swings out in motion. Kennedy picks up 2 at right tackle. Second and 8. Bobby Layne gains 4 on a sneak before Sullivan gets him. Texas is in the tee. Layne throws Pyle, but Billy loses 1 yard on a sweep. Texas subs Guess for Layne. Guess punts. The ball rolls out of bounds on the Alabama 33. Alabama's ball, first and 10 to go. Shift is to the right. Gilmer around right end for 7 yards. Second and 3. 2 makes 4 on a sweep of left end, but Bama is offside and penalized 5 yards. Third and 8. Bama in the Notre Dame box. Gilmer drops back. It's a quick kick. The ball rolls dead on the Texas 15. Layne comes back in for Guess. The Longhorns are in the tee. Kennedy gains 3 on a sweep of left end. On a reverse, Pyle hits right tackle. Fails to gain. Texas is offside on the play, but Bama refuses the pass, so it's 3rd and 7. Pyle in motion. Landry fails on a smash at the middle. Guess replaces Layne in the Texas backfield. Gilmer takes it on his 35 and returns 14 yards. But Bama was holding, and Texas gets a first down on the 24. The Longhorns are in the tee. Layne under the center. Bobby hands the ball to Pyle, and Billy races through the Alabama line for 15 yards before 2 brings him down. First and 10 for Texas. Kennedy fails to gain as Captain Wozniak makes the tackle. Layne is under the center. He fades to pass. His protection is good. but the ball sails over Baumgartner's head. 3rd and 10. Layne passes to Pyle, and Billy makes a running catch on Bama's 17. A gain of 44 yards and a first down. Pyle in motion. Landry takes the ball. Fails to gain at right tackle. 2nd and 10. Alabama is in an 8-man line. Layne laterals to Kennedy. And Jim gains 8 yards. Layne hands the ball to Landry. Tom cracks the Bama line for 4 and a first down on the 5. Texas is in the tee. Bama in an 8-man line. Kennedy hits right tackle and picks up 1 yard. 2nd and 4. Pyle goes out in motion. Landry hits right tackle. Fails to gain. 3rd and 4. Layne fades to pass. Bama lineman rush Bobby, but he tosses to Pepe Blount in the end zone, and it's good for a touchdown. Texas 6, Alabama nothing. Guest comes in to try for the extra point. There's the boot. It's good. And the Longhorns lead 7-0. Guest kicks off into the Alabama end zone. 2 runs it out to Bama's 26, where it's 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Bama shifts to the right. Gilmer makes a handoff to 2, who hits left tackle for 1 yard. Bama is in the Notre Dame box. The pass from center is wild, and Gilmer scrambles back to recover it on the 4. The Tide is in punt formation. Mosley kicks to Guillory, who returns to the Alabama 46. Texas in the tee. Guillory goes in motion. Landry gets the ball from Layne and hits the middle for a gain of 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Guillory sweeps left end with a lateral and picks up 3 yards. Texas is in the tee. Layne fades to pass. His protection is excellent. He hits Blount for a first down on Alabama's 27. Pyle fumbles a handoff from Layne, and Richardson recovers for Alabama on the Tide's 39. The shift is right. Gilmer sweeps left end for 16 yards before he stumbles and falls on the Texas 45 as the quarter ends with the score, Texas 7, Alabama nothing. Gilmer makes a quick pass to Steiner, and it's good for 16 yards and a first down on the 28. Shift is right. Cadenhead has the ball, slips and falls as he attempts to sweep left end. 2nd and 9. Gilmer's pass to Morrow is short of the target. Incomplete. Gilmer fakes a pass, tries to buck center, loses a yard. 4th and 10. Gilmer fades, is rushed, and throws a long pass to Kane, but it's incomplete in the end zone, and the ball goes over to Texas. The Longhorns ball on their 20. They're in the tee. Layne fades to pass. It's to Blount, but Cadenhead knocks it down. Texas is in the tee. Ends loose. Layne passes again. This time to Kennedy for 15 yards and first down on the 44. Layne is under the center. Fades to pass. White rushes in. Throws Bobby for a loss of 7 yards. Layne passes again. It's a long one to Frank Guess, but out of his reach. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 on the 44. Layne fades to pass. He throws to Clay, but Randall can't get to it. Guess is in punt formation. He boots the ball to Mosley on Alabama's 20. Norman juggles the ball, gains possession, and races through the Longhorns for 38 yards to the Texas 42. First and 10. Alabama in a box. Gilmer fades to pass. He connects with White for a gain of 11 yards. Shift is to the left. 2 hands the ball to Noonan, and Red barges through the Texas line for 8 yards. Shift to the right. Gilmer fades to pass. Decides to run. Loses 1 yard. On a reverse, Noonan breaks through the Texas line for 12 yards and a first down on the 10. Noonan goes headlong over center for 4 yards. It's 2nd and 6 to go for a touchdown. Gilmer tries to go around right end, but Holder throws him for a loss of 1 yard. 3rd and 7. Gilmer fades to pass, tosses into the end zone. Kennedy is intercepting the ball, but White snatches it away for a touchdown. Score, Texas 7, Alabama 6. Bama lines up for the try for point. Morrow boots the ball. It's good. The score is tied at 7-7. Kicks off to Pyle on the Texas 10. And Billy races to the left, all the way to the Alabama 43 before 2 and O'Sullivan knock him out of bounds. First and 10 for Texas. Layne passes to Baumgartner, but fails to connect. Texas in the tee. Bobby fades to pass. It's for Pyle, but Billy can't hold on to the ball. Bama is in an 8-man line. Layne laterals to Pyle, but the ball sails out of Billy's reach and out of bounds for a loss of 14 yards. 4th and 10. Guess replaces Layne in the Texas backfield. Guess punts, and the ball goes out on the Alabama 33. Alabama's ball, 1st and 10. Cadenhead hits left tackle, picks up 1 yard. And a fake reverse, Cadenhead sweeps left end for 6 yards. Bama is in the Notre Dame box. 2, tries right end, but fails, as Landry makes the tackle. Mosley is back. Punts to Pyle on the Texas 15. And Billy returns 26 to the Longhorns 41. First and 10. Texas in the T formation. Landry picks up 2 yards at the middle before O'Sullivan stops him. Second and 8. Layne tries a flat pass to Baumgardner, but fails to hit. Pyle swings out in motion. Layne tosses a long pass, and Billy makes a great catch for a gain of 35 yards and first down on Bama's 24. Kennedy in motion. Layne laterals to Kennedy, and he goes around end for 9 yards. Second and 1. Kennedy bucks center for first down on the Alabama 13. Kennedy off left guard for 1 before Mancha comes up to check him. Layne attempts a pass to Pyle, but it's wide of the target. 3rd and 9. Layne fades to pass, tries to hit Pyle in the end zone, but it's wild. Layne passes again, but Rebel Steiner knocks it down, and the ball goes over to Bama on the 12. Bama is in the box. Cadenhead hits tackle for a gain of 2 yards. Shift is right. 2 sweeps left end for 9 yards and first down on Bama's 23. Bama shifts right. Mosley cracks right tackle for 2 before Baumgardner comes up. Second and 8. And a reverse. 2 hits left tackle, but loses 1 yard as the half ends with the score, Texas 7, Alabama 7. As the teams go to their dressing rooms, the Texas and Alabama bands come on to entertain the big crowd. Here's the Texas band, under the direction of Colonel Hart, as it forms a lone star and strikes up Eyes of Texas. The Longhorn musicians then form the word Miller in a tribute to the memory of the first president of the New Orleans Midwinter Sports Association, the late Warren V. Miller. Now, Alabama's $1 Million Band, directed by Colonel Butler, takes the field to execute a series of military marching movements and then a routine of tango steps. The Alabama band then goes into a formation depicting the trophy for which the Crimson Tide and Longhorns are bidding, the Sugar Bowl. And now it's time for the start of the third quarter. Wozniak kicks off to Pyle on the 4. And Billy returns to the Texas 27, where Wozniak makes the tackle. 1st and 10 for Texas. Kennedy is in motion. Landry hits right guard but loses a yard as Richardson comes up fast. 2nd down. Layne fades to pass. He throws to Blount, but Cadenhead knocks it down. Layne fades to pass, makes a handoff to Pyle, but Richardson rushes in and throws Billy for a loss of 11 yards. Texas subs Guest for Layne. The Longhorns are in punt formation. Guest punts to Gilmer at midfield, and Harry returns to the Texas 41. 1st and 10 for Alabama. Gilmer fades to pass. He throws, but Harris intercepts and returns to the Texas 45 before Cadenhead trips him. It's Texas ball on the 45. On a reverse, Pyle hits right tackle, but loses 4 yards. It's 2nd and 14. Layne is under the center. Kennedy has the ball, picks up 3 at left tackle. Layne fades to pass. He throws to Baumgartner, who makes a great catch for a gain of 28 yards. Kennedy swings out in motion. Baumgartner is wide. Pyle makes 1 yard at the middle of the Alabama line. Kennedy takes a lateral from Layne, tries a sweep of left end, but loses 4 yards as O'Sullivan drives in to make the tackle. Layne fades to pass, evades a tackler, runs left end for 4 yards before Flowers brings him down. 4th down and 9. Layne passes to Blount, but it is wide of the target, and the ball goes over to Alabama on the 27. 1st and 10. Bama is in the box. 2 fumbles, but recovers for a loss of 3 yards. Shift left. 2 hits center. Gains 2 yards before Rowan brings him down. Alabama is in punt formation with Mosley deep. Mosley passes to Noonan, but it's out of Red's reach, over his head. Bama is again in punt formation with Mosley back. The pass from center is high. Petrovich blocks Mosley's punt. The ball rolls into the end zone. Baumgartner is after it. There's a scramble. Vanzacek is at the bottom of the heap. He has the ball. It's a touchdown for Texas. Texas 13, Alabama 7. Guest comes in to try for the extra point. There's the kick. It's good. And the Longhorns lead 14-7. Guest kicks off to Mosley on the Alabama 5. And Norman returns to the 20. where Danny Wolf makes the tackle. It's Alabama's ball, 1st and 10. Gilmer replaces Mosley in the tied backfield. Shift is to the right. Noonan wide. Gilmer hits left guard and picks up 2 yards. Shift left. Noonan tries to circle right end, is rushed, and loses 5 yards. Bama is in punt formation. It's 3rd and 7. Gilmer runs and loses 2 yards at right end as Petrovich hits him. Mosley replaces Gilmer in the Bama backfield. The Tide is in punt formation. Mosley boots, and Pyle takes it on the Texas 45 and returns to Alabama's 46 before Wozniak hauls him down. Texas ball, 1st and 10 on Bama's 46. Layne fakes a handoff and skirts end for 34 yards and 1st down on the Alabama 11, where he is run out of bounds by O'Sullivan. Kennedy is in motion. On a handoff from Layne, Landry picks up 1 at right tackle. Texas is in the tee. Pyle gains 4 on a sweep of right end before O'Sullivan comes up to check his advance. Layne fades to pass, but Dick Flowers charges in fast and throws Bobby for a loss of 7 yards. It's 4th down. Texas lines up to try for a field goal from the 14. Layne kicks. It's blocked. 2 recovers for Alabama and returns to the Tide 14. It's Bama's ball, 1st and 10 on the 14. Bama is in the box. 2 blasts through the middle for a gain of 10 yards before he falls. Bama shifts right. Noonan has the ball. He runs outside left tackle for a gain of 1 yard. Gilmer fades and passes to Kane. It's a long toss just out of Jim's reach. It's 3rd and 9. Alabama goes into punt formation with Mosley back. Mosley punts to Pyle on the Texas 30. And Billy races to the 35 before Morrow runs him out of bounds. It's the Longhorns ball, 1st and 10 on the 35. On a reverse, Pyle gains 3 at right end. Pyle is in motion. Kennedy has the ball and picks up 2 yards at the middle as the 3rd quarter ends. Third and 5. Layne fades, passes to Blount for 14 yards and a 1st down on Alabama's 48. Texas in the tee. Layne passes again, this time to Holder, but it is over his head. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Landry races through a gap at center, goes 9 yards and fumbles, but Rowan recovers for Texas on Bama's 39. Texas in the T formation. Pyle takes the ball from Layne, hits center for 3 yards and a 1st down. Texas has the ball on the 36. Layne fades to pass. can't get the ball away as O'Sullivan rushes in and throws him on the 40. Layne again, gaining 24 yards. The ball is on the 16. The Texas ends are loose. Kennedy takes a lateral from Layne and gains 6 yards before Hood makes the tackle. 2nd and 4. On a reverse, Pyle picks up 1 at right end. Guillory replaces Pyle in the Texas backfield. The Longhorns are in the T formation. Guillory has the ball, fails to gain as Hodges drives in to make the stop. The ball is on the 10. Texas tries another field goal, their 2nd in the game. Layne kicks, but the ball is wide. Bama is offside, and Texas gets a first down on the 5. Layne hands the ball to Kennedy, and Jim gains 1 yard at left guard. Kennedy takes a lateral from Layne and hits right guard for a gain of 1 yard. 3rd down and 3 to go. Layne is under the center. He takes the ball and snips Bama's 1-foot line. It's 4th down and a foot to go. Will Texas make it? Kennedy has the ball. He bucks center. But Charlie Compton, number 40, whirls him around, and the ball goes over to Alabama, 1 foot away from a touchdown. Alabama's ball, 1st and 10, is in punt formation, deep. He boots the ball to the Bama 40, where Pyle takes it. 1st and 10, Texas ball. On a lateral from Layne, Kennedy loses 3 yards as Flowers makes the tackle. Layne fades, runs, and then tosses to Blount. Pepe just misses it on the goal line. Layne fades back, can't find a receiver, and throws a lob pass to Kennedy, but a gain of 1 yard before Wozniak tackles. The Longhorns are in punt formation. There's the kick. It goes out on the Bama 9, where it's 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Gilmer fades into the end zone and tries to hit 2 with a pass, but Lewis Holder intercepts on the 18-yard line and races over for a Texas touchdown. Texas lines up for the extra point try. Guess boots the ball, but it's no good. That makes the score Texas 20, Alabama 7. Guess kicks off. It's a high, towering boot. Gilmer takes it in the end zone and returns to the Alabama 20, where he is smothered. It is 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Gilmer fades to pass, but before he can get the ball away, Petrovich charges in and throws him for a loss of 10 yards. Shift right. Gilmer has the ball. Harry hits right guard, fumbles, and Holder recovers for the Longhorns on the Alabama 4. Layne tries a sneak at center, but the Longhorns are offside, and the ball is put back on the 9. Pyle finds a hole at right tackle, gains 7 yards before Red Noonan comes up to stop him 2 yards from the goal line. Pyle takes a lateral from Layne and tries right end, but Kane breaks through and tosses Billy for a loss of 6 yards. Layne makes a beautiful fake and circles left end for 8 yards to put the ball on Alabama's 1-foot line. 4th down, goal to go. Layne crashes through the Alabama forward wall for a touchdown. It's now Texas 26, Alabama 7. Guest comes in to try for the extra point. He kicks the ball. It's good. The score, Texas 27, Alabama 7. Guest replaces Layne. Guest kicks off into the end zone, and the ball is put in play on the Alabama 20. 1st and 10. Gilmer is deep. He runs and passes, but it is out of the reach of receiver. Incomplete. Shift right. Gilmer fades. He throws and misses. Landry almost intercepts it. 3rd and 10. Gilmer is in punt formation. He passes to Hodges, but he is covered. Mosley replaces Gilmer in the Alabama backfield. Mosley punts to the Texas 42, and Pyle returns to midfield as the Longhorns take over. 1st and 10, Texas. The Longhorns are in the tee. Campbell has the ball. He hits center, but fails to gain. Clay hits left guard and fumbles. Mancha recovers for Alabama on the Texas 47. Alabama subs Ed Salem for Noonan. Salem fades quickly. To a long pass to Davis, but Charlie goes backward and drops the ball on the 10. Salem fades again and passes to Morrow. Hugh makes the catch, but out of bounds. There's 1 minute to play. It's another long one to Davis, and Charlie makes the catch on the Texas 20. Salem rears back and throws another long one to Steiner in the end zone, but Rebel can't get it. 2nd down. Salem passes to Davis, but it is out of bounds, out of his reach. 10 seconds to go. And a reverse. Davis hurts left end and is brought down on the 11 as the game ends 27-7. The 14th Sugar Bowl Classic is history. Plans are already underway for the 15th Classic on January 1st, 1949. 12,000 additional seats are being added. Come to New Orleans on New Year's Day. See you in the Sugar Bowl.